Hey, in my last mental health video, I shared with you my suggestions on how to best get through a depression pit day. That whole video, however, kind of operates under the assumption that you have the luxury of being able to take a day off. So what I wanted to do in this video is share with you my process of how to still get things done, even if you're having maybe just a really bad day, mood-wise, energy-wise, or even a depression day. But you still have to get shit done because, unfortunately, that is the society that we live in. If this is your first time here, hi. Thank you for clicking on my video. I make videos such as this where I talk about my process with mental health and share with you the things that have worked for me. And I also make bi-weekly LGBTQ+ news roundups. So if any of that sounds like something you might enjoy, I hope you decide to subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into it. Step 1. Get cozy. If you work from home, this one's easy. If you don't work from home, make whatever adjustments that you can to your usual work outfit that just make it a little bit more comfortable, a little bit warmer, a little bit less restrictive. This hugely depends on your work environment, but even if it's something as small as wearing flats rather than the heels you would normally wear in the office, if you work from home, you have the benefit of being able to wear joggers and no bra at all if you don't want to, or spend all day in your pajamas. So get cozy. That is, on one hand, the clothes you wear. On the other hand is making sure you are fed, making sure you've got a hot beverage, a coffee or a tea. Have all the things around you that make you feel cozier, calmer, warmer. Wrap yourself in your favorite blanket or put your favorite little stuffed toy on your desk as you work. Just surround yourself with things that calm you down and make you feel comforted. A little bit, I guess, like that kid from the Peanuts that always drags his comfort blanket with him. Step 2. Make a list of all the things that you have to do today and really ask yourself, which of these cannot wait? Are there tasks on that list that aren't time sensitive that you can do tomorrow or next week? Then cross them off, put them on another list if you like lists. I like lists. Whatever has to get done today stays on the list, and whatever can be pushed to another day goes on a separate list or gets crossed off the list. Okay, we're condensing our tasks down to the absolute bare minimum of what you have to do today. It can feel demoralizing because the to-do list never ends. Unfortunately, I think that's just part of being an adult in our society. The to-do list just never ends. There's always stuff you could do. But today is about self-kindness and self-compassion. And even though you have to get some things done, being as kind to yourself as possible and spreading yourself as thickly as possible rather than as thin as you can and try and get everything done. So yeah, what is the absolute bare minimum of what has to get done today? And then once you have that list, this is now step 3, are there any tasks on this list that you can either delegate to somebody else or outsource? For example, is there a PowerPoint presentation that you have to do for work, and could you go on Canva for the template or go on Fiverr and have somebody quickly put something together from your notes so that you don't have to do it yourself? Or even if, I don't know, you need to pick up something from the dry cleaners because you have an event on Saturday, do you have a friend or a partner or somebody who could tick that task off the list for you? That kind of a thing. So again, are there any ways for you to make the list of the things you have to do today as small as possible? And then after that, what you're left with is the things that you have to do today. As painful as that can be, and as much as I know you might dread those tasks, there is now no denying the things that you are left with, you have to do today. Now, before you get started, put the list aside and do a breathing exercise. There's a yogic chest breathing exercise that is literally designed to energize you. There's a reason that in yoga, the breath and the life source energy, which in yoga people call prana, go hand in hand. Because breath has so much power to calm us down or energize us, to de-stress us. So I'm going to link a couple of videos down below by people that I like to watch on YouTube who do yoga content of quick and easy breathing exercises that will energize you just a little bit. It's just gonna set you up for success today if you can do a quick breathing exercise and get your body and brain in a space where you are more ready for action than you might be feeling right now. Step 5, put on some music. My go-to on days like this is the Stardew Valley soundtrack because I like to play Stardew Valley, so it's a comforting soundtrack that I know well, but it's whimsical, it's playful, it kind of gives me the feeling of like I'm going on a cute adventure. It doesn't put any pressure on you, it doesn't put any pressure on me to be in a good mood or anything like that, but I just enjoy it. So if there's any music that is sentimental to you, or a soundtrack to a film you love, or to a video game that you like to play and that feels comforting to you, put that on. And we're gonna try and trick ourselves into thinking of the tasks we need to get done today as an adventure. My example, I do a lot of voiceover work, but I live in a 1-bedroom apartment in London, so I don't have the space to just keep the studio equipment up. I have to build it up and take it down. Every day that I do voiceover, I think of it as my commute to work. But that can be a task that I really dread. On a good day, it takes me like 15-20 minutes to do, which means on a bad day, it takes longer, and it's just a task that I dread. So I would put on the Stardew Valley soundtrack, and it just kind of takes the pressure off, you know? Just music is powerful. It kind of creates this atmosphere, and it makes it a little bit easier. And it just makes me pay attention. I think this is what it is. Instead of paying attention to how boring the task at hand is, I pay attention a little bit more to the music, and it just makes it less heavy. Now that we've done quite a lot of preparation, it's time to get stuck into those tasks. The one thing I want you to remember today is to take it one thing at a time. It can be easy to focus on the amount of tasks there is to get through and let that overwhelm you, but instead it's just one thing at a time. One task after the other, 1 minute after the other, because multitasking, unfortunately, is a bit of a myth. It's proven that our brains need time to switch from one thing to the other, and no matter how good you might think you are at multitasking, it will still be stressful. And today we want to dial down the stress to as low as possible. And while you get one task at a time done, I want you to reward yourself for every single task that you accomplish. Even if it's a really small one. You might reward yourself with a little happy dance, with a cup of your favorite tea, or 5 minutes of your favorite TV show in between tasks. Whatever might make you a little happier, a piece of chocolate or something. After every single task that you accomplish, you give yourself either a metaphorical or a physical, actual pat on the back for getting that done while you're having such a shitty day. Because it is an accomplishment. When you feel the way that you do today to still get things done is huge. It feels huge because it is huge. So you might as well celebrate it. To give credit where credit is due, this is something that somebody commented on one of my previous videos. That is something that helps them get through a bad day, to celebrate every little task that they tick off their list. Celebrate it as though it was a huge accomplishment. That person said something like, you opened that doc for work, wow, phenomenal. And it might feel silly, but I think silliness is a low price to pay for feeling a little bit better. Step 8, if you have either someone you live with or someone you work with, if you have to actually go into work today, or someone who can text you and call you throughout the day, appoint somebody to hold you accountable for taking things slow and taking breaks today. So maybe that person can call you at lunch and then in the afternoon for like a tea timey kind of thing and just give you a little pep talk. Make sure that you're taking breaks and that you're celebrating yourself today. Our brains aren't made to focus on one thing for 9 hours straight. So giving yourself a break to take a breather, have a snack, get away from the screen actually works in both de-stressing you and making you more productive at the same time. That is the end of my list and the end of my process, but if there's anything that you know works for you that I haven't mentioned, please feel free to leave a comment and share it with me and whoever else is watching this video. I'm always curious to know what helped you, and also actually find it really inspiring to hear what other people have found works for them, because we all do stuff that someone else might not have thought of. So yeah. I hope that this video was a small help to you, and thank you so much for being here and for watching my video. I hope you decide to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye.